Oh, have you not heard? It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what? Brian, don't!
The Cooper and Anthony Show.
Interesting little tidbits that you may have known, maybe not know. So who designed the flag, the U.S. flag, the one that flies all over? Who designed that?
Well, I know Betsy Ross made it, but she probably didn't design it.
It was designed by a 17-year-old Robert G. Heft as part of a high school project.
Oh, my God, really? Can you imagine that that's your high school project? And that's the American flag that's like on T-shirts and memorabilia. And it's that's our flag. And some 17-year-old designed it.
The teacher wasn't impressed, gave him a B-.
I hope she lived to see what happened with his flag.
Yeah, how about a B- now? You know he didn't make a dime off it.
No.
He died poor, but
right.
And with a B-.
With a B-.
Now, this scares me because I've driven in Georgia, Illinois, New York, South Carolina, North Carolina. Horrible drivers.
Okay.
But not the country's worst drivers. Those people live in Boston.
No. How come? Why there?
It just happens to be the worst drivers in the world live in Boston and drive their cars. And they can't really drive their cars.
And they can't park either.
They can't park. They can't. Yeah, it's the home of the country's worst drivers in Boston. So I will not be in Boston.
I wonder what the criteria was, like most accidents, most DUIs, that kind of thing. Most people who forget their keys on the roof of the car.
Yeah, just idiots. New York is an expensive place to live.
Duh. Okay, that's not news.
But it's not the most expensive city in the world. It comes in number 6. But it's still in the top 10.
I'm surprised it's number 6. I would think it was even lower because there's some really expensive countries. What's number 1? Dubai?
Yes. But New York, number 6. The funny thing is they say some New York apartments are more expensive than castles.
Wow.
Should I buy this castle in Transylvania or this one-bedroom apartment on Wall Street?
Yeah, I mean, there's apartments in New York City that is one particular building where the cheapest apartment is $30 million.
For an apartment. It's probably got 2 rooms.
No, you get the whole floor. It's a $30 million does get you something nice. It does get you maybe like a duplex. It's a nice apartment, but it's still an apartment.
Okay, so you pay $30 million. How much is the monthly nut? What do you call it? Maintenance. How much is that?
It depends on the building. $60,000 in monthly fees. There's a $95 million apartment in the city.
$60,000
a month. So it's a $95 million apartment, and the monthly fees are $60,000 a month.
Okay. What the hell do these people do for a living? How can you afford that? You got to be a bank robber. How do you afford that?
Well, no, they're obviously billionaires, and billionaires, I mean, $60,000 a month if you're a billionaire is nothing. You know, you make that in a day, in a minute. That's nothing at all to them.
I just don't understand. Blinking, when it comes to blinking, who blinks more, men or women?
Probably women.
19 blinks per minute for women, only 11 per men.
There was a study done recently that found blinking is a sign of intelligence. It helps your brain work. There's a connection between your eyes moving and your brain working. So women are smarter than men, which is why they blink more.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. The dog Goofy from Disney, His name was almost not Goofy. They almost named him Dippy Dog.
Yeah, that's
But-
stupid. I'm glad I went with Goofy. Yeah.
Yeah, not Dippy Dog. Random facts about cats. Lilies, you know those flowers? They can kill your cat if your cat eats them. So I guess you don't have what's the Christmas plants dogs shouldn't eat?
Oh, poinsettias. Yeah.
Poinsettias, keep those away from dogs. And I guess lilies, you keep those away from cats.
I think most plants, it was very interesting. I was watching this show where they were like walking through this garden and it was a garden of deadly plants. That was the whole idea. There was some guy who studies deadly plants and flowers, and there were so many of them. And he was like, yeah, most flowers. He was like, yeah, most plants and flowers can kill you. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat
Got a
any.
bunch of them from. I got a bunch for my birthday. Should I think my friends are trying to kill me?